Yeah, what's going on with y'all boys, man? CJ back with another video. So today I'm going to be showing y'all how to make my 6'6" power forward. So right here's everything you need. He's 6'6", 265, 7'2" wingspan. The reason why I went 7'2" over 7'3" is so I can get Bulldozer Hall of Fame. Now this is the exact build y'all are going to see. This is the exact build y'all have been seeing in the videos that I've been showing, and also in the videos I'm going to be showing y'all today, or the clips I'm going to be showing y'all. But this is the exact build. What I'm gonna talk about right here, I already got it all fully built, but what I would change, I'm gonna tell y'all what I would change about this build. All right, so we're gonna start from the top. 62 close shot, we're gonna leave that alone. Driving layup 80. I would go 81 just for the Westbrook layup package. You can go 80, that's what I have. 96 driving dunk, this is what I want, 96, so I can get all the contact dunks. And the 45 standing dunk, you get more dunk packages for standing dunks, but you can go 41. Yeah, 41's the lowest you can go. Now this right here, the reason why I went post control was for like post fade phenom, post spin technician Hall of Fame, so I can get all those. You can take this off if you want. I really haven't even really used post moves like with this build that much, so you can take it off if you want. Next we have the 90 mid-range. Now what I was thinking with this is I went 90 so I can get all the shooting badges. You see I get dead-eye gold, blinders gold, catch and shoot gold. The higher the mid-range, the more badges you get. So far I haven't really needed it. So in my experience, I've been playing with the 78 mid-range. That's what I have, 78 and a 55 3. So we drop that down, it brings us a lot more attribute points. We definitely have a lot more attribute points there. I would do something like this. When I first made this build, I went with a 90 mid-range so I can get the badges, but in my experience, you don't need it. But having the 90 mid-range, it does allow you to play differently. So if you do go with this right here, with this exact build, and you have the 92 post control and 90 mid-range, it opens up a lot more offense for you. So now you can step back middies, fade middies way more consistently than you would with the 78. You get post control, so you do post spins, post hops, hop shots, all that stuff. Me personally, if I was to remake this build, I would drop this down. I would do this right here, bring the mid-range to 78, and this is what I would use. Now the reason why I'm doing that is because I want a higher perimeter defense, so I have to sacrifice a lot more. In my opinion, the 75 perimeter defense with the 74 speed, I do not like it at all. Now I thought at the very least with the 75 I would contest shots, but I'm really not even contesting shots at the perimeter. Sometimes people are just shooting threes in my face. I'm standing like right there trying to put a hand up, it's not working. So I definitely want to have higher perimeter defense, and I at least want to have clamps over. I want to be like all around defender. I really like defense. I already gave up my steal, so having no perimeter on top of that really sucks. Also, this is a max weight player, and I'm not sure if it's the same as last year, but when you go max weight, it also just makes your player slower, drains more stamina. I definitely want to have that 85 perimeter defense, so I had to give up some stuff. So to get that 85, I had to give up my 3, I had to give up some mid-range, I had to drop this all the way down, I had to drop down some other things. So I'm gonna show y'all that right there. But yeah, so far what I would do with this build, if I was to remake it, I'll take post control off, drop the mid-range, drop the 3, drop the interior defense down some. Also, I would have to sacrifice the offensive rebound too. That's another thing I have to sacrifice. And then I'll be able to get more speed, acceleration, and have higher perimeter defense. So with this build right here, again, this is the same build I just showed y'all. This is the first one that I made. At its full potential, you're gonna be really good in the post. If you sacrifice the post, which you really don't need that much, if you sacrifice your post control, drop down the midi, you'll be a better defender, which helps out your team a lot more. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all that other build right now. All right, so right here we have the 6'7". Now we also went up an inch. 6'7" is a lot better. 6'6" to 6'7", 6'6", your interior defense isn't as good. Once you go 6'7", your interior defense is a lot better. You get anchor silver, and you get a 7'4" wingspan, 248 weight. You can change it to power forward because this one, my interior defense is way lower. I'll show y'all some alternatives to that. So right here, here's the build. So now you see I gave up the post control, my standard dunks of 41. I still have the 96 driving dunk, and I got the 81 layup now for the Westbrook layup package. My mid-range is a 78, like I said. The 3 dropped down to a 55. You see I still have shooting badges. My pass accuracy is a 50. I had to sacrifice that. I had to bring that down some. And if you're wondering like how good is a 50, you can still make passes. You're not going to be making like, you know, clean passes, but I'm still throwing like full court outlet passes. 50, it works. You just got to sacrifice some stuff. Now you see the interior defense also had to sacrifice. This is 72. The reason why I don't like the 72, I know Laker fan was saying that you don't need interior defense, but I feel like on a 6'7", it's important for this badge right here, post lockdown, for when they try to drop step you, you're gonna need it. You don't have the height to be able to just stand there, and the interior defense helps you contest. If you're gonna play center on this build, which it can with the 88 interior defense, if you want to play center, what I would do is you would have to drop the speed down to like 77-ish around there, drop that down 1 to 74. This would have to be 85. 85 vertical still works, but you have to go 85, and then you can bring this up to the 88. and there you go, you have 88, and then you just put attribute points wherever else you want. So I'll go something like this. So if you want to play center, this is what I'll do. If you don't care about playing center, you want to play power forward, just grab rebounds, things like that, I would do this right here. 72 interior defense, you still get anchor silver, you still got your 87 blocks, so you still play good interior defense, but when a big tries to back you down and drop step you, it's going to be way tougher to guard if you don't have this gold. So yeah, this is what you're going to have right here. So if I was to remake the 6'6 build, this is what I'll go with, the 6'7 center, but I'll change the position from center to power forward, unless of course you get higher interior defense, then you can stay center, but I'll go power forward. You're going to be compared to Bam, Jared Allen, and Mel Daniels. Alright, so now we about to get into the gameplay. I'm going to tell y'all everything y'all can expect from this build. Alright, so first I'm going to talk about the things I don't like about this build and where I feel like I went wrong. Now the first thing is the speed and the defense, and what I mean by defense is the perimeter defense. That's where I have the biggest issue. Like, I really feel like I'm a liability on defense, especially in park when I'm playing defense. Like when it comes to helping with screens, guarding ball, I'm just sliding all over the place, and I feel like it's because of my speed. It is a 74 and my perimeter defense is a 75, but I think the 96 strength and all that extra weight is actually slowing me down. I know that might sound crazy, but I think it was like 2K Labs, one of them, but they did a video and showed that the heavier you go, the more stamina it uses up, and I guess it slows down your player a bit. If that's not true, I don't know, but what I do know is the 75 perimeter defense and the 74 speed is not it. Like, I really feel like I'm a liability on defense. So if y'all do want to make a build like this, I definitely recommend going with an 85 perimeter defense, especially for park. Rec, you can get away with it, but park, you really have to help on screens. You got to play ball a little bit. So in park, you definitely need a higher perimeter defense, and rec, you can get by with it, but in my personal experience, I've been having a hard time just guarding ball or even staying in front of somebody. I'm having a hard time contesting shots. That's the biggest thing. I just be feeling like I'm sliding all over the place. So again, if you want to make a build like this, I would go with the 85 perimeter defense at least. Also, I would go 6'7". Now the reason why I went 6'6" is because I like to make unique builds. I like to try different things out, see how small I can go on undersized big. So I wouldn't recommend 6'6". Like, you can still grab boards and stuff like that, whatever. The only advantage to being 6'6" is maybe a little bit more speed, but I definitely would recommend 6'7". 6'7" for this type of build right here, for a Zion type of build, I would go 6'7", because like I stated earlier, you unlock the anchor badge, have a larger wingspan, just play better defense overall. But outside of those issues right there of having slow speed and struggling on defense, outside of that, this build's really fun. You get the 96 driving dunks, so I do get a lot of contact dunks. I get a lot of putback dunks. And you might be looking at the 55 and being like, how can you shoot with a 55? That's too low. But look, you see me. I just hit a 3 right there. You're going to see me hit a few threes. If you know how to time the shot, you would definitely hit threes. You can definitely shoot consistently too. It just takes practice and really knowing your jumper. I'm even starting to dribble and just shoot top of the key now. Dude, I'm pretty sure there's a clip in here somewhere. Not a clip, but somewhere in one of these 2 gameplays, you're going to see me dribbling the ball and I pull a 3. If it's not in here, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm even starting to dribble a little bit and just shoot threes without takeover too. The interior defense is actually pretty good too. Surprisingly, there's times where I have guarded bigs and they try to drop step me and just go up on me, and I'm actually getting stopped. So that was surprising with this build being 6'6" and not having anchor. But if you play more rec than park, I would recommend going 6'7". 6'7", you could definitely guard bigs. The 6'6", it's a little bit tough because you don't have anchor. The 6'7", with the same interior defense, you get anchor and you can get more blocks. Your block rating's higher. This only caps out at like a 78, but at 6'7", you get an 87 block. And I do want to bring this clip up real quick. I know I just talked about the shooting, but like I was saying, I started really dribbling, isoing a little bit, and look, I'm pulling a 3 off the dribble. I still hit, no takeover. Another thing I want to mention too, another good thing about going 6'7" is that you get a 93 rebound, so your rebounding and your block goes higher. So I definitely recommend again going 6'7". And the next attribute I want to bring up that I've been sacrificing is the pass accuracy. I know a lot of y'all might be going crazy over that. A lot of y'all might be like, man, you need the 75 or 70 or whatever. But in my experience, the 50, well, I have 56 on this one, but 50, it feels fine, honestly. Now, I'm not a point guard, so I'm not out here like throwing dots. I don't need to. And when I pass, it's really not that big of a deal. It doesn't feel like I gave up too much or that I really needed the 75. And when it comes to rec and throwing outlet passes, for the most part, my passes are fine. Now, would I like to have a 75 pass accuracy or higher? Yes, but when it comes to builds like this, you have to make sacrifices. So I had to sacrifice certain attributes. So for me, I sacrificed my passing, I sacrificed my 3 and a little bit of mid-range. And even after making those sacrifices, I can still shoot and I can still pass the ball. Another attribute I sacrificed is the offensive rebound. Now you might be thinking that's crazy. Why would you do that? If if you want to play center, you want to grab offensive rebounds. Now me, I have a 96 drive and dunk. I get Area Wizard Hall of Fame. So yes, I might not grab offensive rebounds like that, but because I have the 96 drive and dunk and Area Wizard Hall of Fame, I can just catch contact dunks on somebody or just get an easy putback dunk. Another attribute that I sacrificed that I actually really enjoy having is a steal. And the reason why I did that is because a steal is technically like a luxury attribute. You don't need it. It's nice to have. It could be very important. It could be very helpful, but you don't need it. You can still play straight up defense. You can have no steal and still clamp up the other team. You don't need the steal. So I figured I'm gonna sacrifice steal. So now that I sacrificed all those attributes for that second build that I showed y'all, the 6'7" one that I go with, because I sacrificed all those things that I didn't really need, now I'm a faster player. Now I can play defense. Now I could guard paint. I could play pick and roll. I could switch everything. I can still grab rebounds. I could block better. And again, the speed thing is so big for me. So I gave up my post control, gave up some midi, gave up a little bit of a three, gave up a little bit of interior defense, gave up my steal, and in return, I'm able to do everything I did before, and I'm quicker. So like I said, the video's about to end, but if you want to make this build, don't do the 6'6", do the 6'7", but that's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.